Alright, I've got my image in Photoshop ready to go. I've saved it as a Photoshop document. Next thing I'm going to do is just bring in my background, so using the Move tool and sort of dragging it into the other image there. The little dialogue was a bit of a thing about difference between colour depth. That's okay. I'm just banging in a colour sampler to allow me to keep an eye on my background there. It's not completely white, but it's nice and bright overall. So just making sure that that's all good. I'll get rid of him. What I'm going to do in the next couple of steps is, we've seen this before, is just check my channels to see which one has the highest amount of contrast between the background and foreground, and it appears to be the blue channel, which is quite often the case. Up here, I'm looking at the hair detail across the top of the head there, and I'm not wanting all of that detail to go super black. What I do want to do is make sure that my the core of the mask is solid black, so all of the stuff across Kitty's face and so on, I'm just making a selection and filling with black. And you know, this technique that we're looking at right now is called junk matting. So just sort of cutting out big pieces and filling them in with a colour or masking them or whatever. So junk matting. So I'm just junk matting out the core of the mask. When it comes down to it, in the end, the technique that we're looking at is a reasonably sophisticated sort of thing, as is demanded by hair masking. But we'll see towards the end that we're masking the face and the general shape of the torso, but we are not actually masking the hair. More about that in a second. So I'm just going to finish sort of painting out some of the detail here, trying to get it as neat as possible. But as you can see, I'm not, oops, undo that. I'm not going right up to the edge. We'll sort of treat that in the next step. Great.